Senior executives in the UK's top 100 companies took just 33 hours to be paid more than the typical worker's annual salary.
Do you think they deserve that level of pay?
No.
I see. And why is that?
Because I think it's unfair for someone to be paid that much more than someone else. I think it's one of the biggest downfalls of capitalism in our society today, that we allow such huge inequalities to happen. And it's one point that Donut Economics of Kate Raworth, it's a great book if you ever have the time to read it. She talks a lot about this inequality that happens when you allow people to just be in a neoliberal system. And I think one of those things is exactly that we allow such huge income inequalities to exist.
Well, I suppose it depends, because they are at a top point. If they've worked hard to get there, if they've made their own company, developed their own company, so long as they're paying taxes and they are hiring British people or anyone staying in Britain or living in Britain, then fair enough, but it is a bit excessive, to be fair.
I would say that kind of money is not necessary for the jobs that they're always doing, and sometimes I think there's more about the prestige and the kind of like the history of people earning that kind of money, which means that they earn that kind of money when it's not actually necessary.
I mean, it's a very crazy statistic. I mean, like, the annual worker does work a lot more than, the average CEO, and it's insane that 33 hours is all it takes for them to get more than the annual salary. Yeah.
What happened to global income over the last few decades? I think it was just 5% who made 50% of all of the growth in income, and the rest of the 50% have to live with the rest. I think it's even starker than that, and I don't think that should be allowed to happen.